My name's Chelsie Hasty.
Amber Riley. Hello, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I am very glad that you came back for another session with me today, and I hope that this will help you with your issues and everything, your concerns. I just wanted to make sure that you understood everything about the confidentiality that we discussed last session.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I feel pretty confident about it. It's just
Okay.
mainly about if I harm myself, have intentions of harming anybody else, and then it's child abuse. Is that right?
Yeah, I would have to report anything like
And then are we recording today?
Yes, we are recording today. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
If at any point you become uncomfortable with recording, you feel like it's too personal or anything like that, we can turn it off.
Okay.
So just let me know. Okay. So, we talked last time, Harold,
Yeah.
about your job. You have a new job. And you said something about, your family readjusting, and you had left for a bit, and you came back, and you're having a hard time kind of adapting to that. And the time is really the issue that you seem to have, and so I thought, maybe last time we would do a timesheet, you could see where you're spending your time and how many times a week that you have been drinking, which is our main concern here right now. So how many times a week were you finding that you were drinking?
Usually 5 days a week.
5 days a week? Okay, wow. So it is a significant, amount of time during the week that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a lot though. Usually it's small amounts. I mean, just kind of a few beers when I get home from work. I mean,
okay.
Not
So
like a lot, just
taking off the edge, a couple.
Yeah. When I get home from work, I like to be able to relax. And it's a hard, stressful day. Just a lot of new things going on in my life right now that I'm trying to get adjusted to.
So you feel like this, the alcoholic can, a few drinks could make you be able to relax and transition between your, what you were used to being single or outside the family and coming back in.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, I mean, me and my wife, where I kind of touched on it last session, we got divorced, so, and I moved to another state for her, and then, basically it was me and her and, a little, family of friends that we had there, and, since we divorced and I'm come back, to be closer to my family, because that's basically who I have now. So it's just a really big change. It's going from having mainly her, not so many people, and coming back to all of my family. And it's like, when they ain't seen me in so long, they're all like, I'm trying to get myself established with this new job. I mean, it's not necessarily what I'm looking for in the future, but for right now, it'll do. But just all of them pulling at me and always want to spend time with me, and I just feel like, it's really overwhelming and stressful. I'm just like, calm down, let me, get everything figured out at first. And I mean, they kind of noticed the drinking too, so that makes them even want to spend more time with me because they're really concerned, and, they're, I guess, trying to reach out, even though there's not really an issue. I mean, I drink 5 times a week, but it's not a lot. Not a lot of drinking that's going on.
So you feel like it's not really a big thing,
I don't feel like it's a big thing.
And your family kind of is stressing you out because they want time with you, and they're, kind of like, they're trying to think that there's something wrong, with the drinking. They want to see there's a problem there, but you don't see it as
an issue. I'm just trying to establish myself, calm down,
calm down,
figure everything out for my future. I'm trying to give myself a little time,
Okay.
Me and my wife kind of had a lot of issues with our marriage, and one being that I want to go back to school.
Okay.
So, she was kind of not very supportive of that. She was kind of like, you're 48 years old, Harold, it's kind of too late to be doing that in life. And I'm like, I want more of life, So that's something I consider, and she wasn't necessarily supportive, and we just weren't very compatible at a lot of times. And so that's kind of one of the main reasons we decided to, end it.
Maybe
And then
think that you guys didn't see eye to eye on
We
life
yeah.
in general, like just values maybe and issues and
So,
and so
that's
you
kind of on my mind too a lot.
Yeah.
Coming back,
Yeah.
the time I have alone, it still kind of weighs on me. I'm still just so much to adapt to right now. A lot of changes.
Okay, and you feel like it's a change because you had one life set up and now you're back with your family and of course you had lived with your family at one point, right?
Yeah.
So
But it's been a while, so
but
it's
it
very
has,
different
yes.
now.
It's transitioned and your family's adjusted and you want to adjust back to the family
Yeah.
life. And you said that she didn't support you going back to school, and that was it kind of brought up all the issues that you had in your marriage. Now,
Yeah.
how did you feel? What did you feel about that?
Well, it kind of created a lot of trust issues with us. I mean, when I married this woman, I thought your spouse is supposed to be supportive of you, what you want to do in life, and believe in you, and
Right.
and you have that trust for them, and you expect them to do those things for you, as I
Definitely.
would her.
Right.
And I just kind of felt like she was really down in this situation, didn't really have much hope for it, just kind of thought it was a waste of time, and that really
Yeah.
hurt me.
Yeah. So you.
Because I see a lot more to this world than I mean, it's not like I'm saying that. Well, when I worked back, in the state where we lived together, I had just a simple, normal job, and there's nothing wrong with working a simple, normal job. But me myself, I want more.
You wanted more
I
for
want to
yourself,
contribute
or
more,
you
and
wanted-
she was just kind of stagnant in where she was, and she just kind of liked where we was, and I wanted more.
Right, and a lot of couples have this problem and situation where one is happy with it, they're content, they have convinced themselves that they're content, maybe because they're afraid of change, or
Yeah.
they don't want to step outside their comfort zone, so they're just they've found something and they want to stick to it, and the other partner would like to evolve
Yeah.
and
That's exactly how it was.
yeah, so it is definitely a normal problem in a marriage. So don't feel like that was wrong of you to want more for yourself. I definitely think that that's a good thing.
There's a lot of times I do feel guilty because I do want these things, but of course I wanted our marriage to work, and I feel really bad for that. I kind of think along the way, how did we not talk about this in the past to know it would be a problem now?
Yeah.
So in a way, I kind of feel guilty, but at the same time, I need to do what I want to do for myself in my life for me to be happy too.
Right.
And it's just all the changes, and it has not necessarily just the divorce, but just the changes and the overwhelmingness in the family and this new job. It's just I'm really stressed. I just really need to relax, and if I want to come home and have a drink, I feel like that's okay.
Right. And so what kind of things do your family, what do they say when you come home?
Well, they're like, Harold, do you really think you need to be drinking that much? Or, Harold, if you have all these plans in the future, I mean, you can't really move forward if you're drinking all the time.
Okay. Wow, and so then they're making kind of snide remarks on your drinking, and they're connecting it to your, where
they
you
want me
to
to
be
come
in the
around
future.
more. Yeah. They want me to come around more, but if they're making remarks like that, that's not really gonna. That kind of just makes you want to push them away even more.
Right. So, well, we can take a look at your timesheet, Harold, and we can also see what other areas in life, maybe there's that time of the night where you're spending it with different people, and you really do need time for yourself. You need, like you want to relax, and you're stressed from all these people, and you have to understand that you can't please everyone, and you can't spend all your time with everyone, and so maybe they need to understand that too, and maybe you need to express that, I'm kind of overwhelmed, I'm going to, we're going to set a time that we can hang out, your sister, your uncle, and, just kind of set aside a time. Like,
So do you think I need to maybe sit them all down at once and talk to them, or maybe one by one?
well, whatever you're most comfortable with, I think they should, and especially, maybe you can do it as it came up, like, hey, we really need to go do this, and be like, listen,
Yeah.
I know I'm feeling a lot of stress, and it's kind of causing the drinking. You said you had, you know, in a way, because I don't, you know, I'm overloaded with all these, you know, things to do. So, if you really are concerned for me, then maybe you should, you know, demand less time. You know, I really do care for you, want to hang out with you, and I think we should just make a slot, you know, kind of like an appointment. I know that doesn't sound good with a family.
Time. Yeah, but I do kind of feel that way. I feel like I really need to help try to manage my time, and if they can just give me some time, that I can slowly kind of adapt to it, and one by one, and get back into the
And you know,
process.
like with that time and people in your family. Is it done? Oh, well, one thing I thought you could maybe try out is looking at your timesheet. You know, maybe doing it again this week and really paying attention to things like, you know, your drive home from work. You know, you say you travel 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You've got that time. Maybe make some phone calls to family.
Sure.
I try to find like gaps in my schedule because I have a really big schedule. You know. Gaps to connect with family, or, you know, like maybe it's breakfast with my son, so I feel like, you know, we've had some quality time for the day, stuff like that. So
I actually really like that idea.
yeah,
It's like a baby step. I can do that for sure.
okay, awesome. Well, thank you for meeting with me today.